deep on this YouTube stage. I've seen the liars turn the page. They wear the crown of truth, they say, but it's just a mask they hide behind each day. Pointing fingers, playing games, calling out others while they do the same. I see through the tricks, I hear the noise, but I won't be silenced, I've got my voice. Lies in disguise, dressed up as truth, feeding the crowd, but I've got proof. You call yourself righteous, but I see the fraud. You're not the truth, you're just a facade. Cherry-picking facts to twist the scene, projecting their sins like they're squeaky clean. Repetition makes the false sound right, but the cracks are showing in the cold daylight. They raise their banners just as loud, but it's all theater for the crowd. Heroes booed, villains praised, but I won't get lost in the lies they've raised. Lies in disguise, dressed up as truth, feeding the crowd, but I've got proof. You call yourself righteous, but I see the fraud. You're not the truth, you're just a facade. I won't sit quiet, I won't look away, I'll call it out day by day. Someone has to stand and fight to shine a torch in the darkest night. Finally death, lies in disguise, I'm breaking through. I'll stand for the facts, expose what's true. You play the hero, but I know your game. I'll shout it louder, I'll say your name. 10 years on and I've learned this well. Not every story that's told will sell, but truth has power and it won't fade. No matter the lies these false kings parade.
So right, RB slags me off all over the internet. I go live. Hi Matt. Fuck you off. Anyway, what a weekend. I'm just watching, what am I watching? The thingy bob connect to the thingy bob, if you know what I mean. Oh yes, that's it.
Meters away
I'm
from
watching
the
the,
at a rate of about 0.3 meters per second.
I'm watching the thingy bob connect to the thingy bob. I'm watching the SpaceX cargo Dragon.
Again, we're anticipating waypoint
33
to arrival in less
dock
than
into the
7.5 minutes.
Fascinating. But what I do want to check out is Ian Puddock's.
And looking for that final.
What kind of person is
here in
Brian
the room
Hill?
in about 30 seconds, giving us the
So
go ahead for docking.
Don't be fuck off. Don't be like that. Fuck off, you prick. Oh, don't be like that. Let me throw shit at you. Oh, that's not nice. Why don't you let me throw shit at you? Donkey. You donkey. But anyway, let's so Lenny asked whether I'd heard, and we'll talk about their weekend, because it's been a great weekend. It's been a great weekend on YouTube. I'm so glad I never spent it, well, 50-50. But anyway, the silver lining of not spending the weekend with my magical imaginary girlfriend is that I've gone fishing with my son, and I've managed to catch a whole load of drama on YouTube. But anyway, before we have a little chat about YouTube, let's listen to what Ian Puddock has to say about Brian Hill. Here we go. Let's go. Please go.
This is a video I didn't really want to make. I got a sort of stalker, really. It's been going on for quite some time. So it's a guy called Brian Hurl. He's a serial fantasist. He initially contacted me in lockdown and said that he had all of this information on the police, on police corruption, secret files, secret documents. And I asked him for some information over the phone. I said, yeah, like what? You know, give me some examples. And he said, no, I can't. It's so secret. It's so secret. I need to see you face to face, bruv. So anyway, I asked some more questions. No, honestly, it's so secret. I just can't tell you. I can show you the documents. I can't even leave the documents with you, but I can show you them and we can discuss it. Any questions, I'll answer them. So I fell, foolish me, more fool me, more stupid me. So made an appointment and I met up with him. He came to my office and he brought 2 bits of A4 paper with some penciled scribbles on them. That was it. I asked him, but he wasn't even sure himself. It's quite funny. I think he obviously has mental health issues and a drug problem, but that's his business. That's down to him what he does. But he calls my office on a regular basis and makes threats to the office staff. Police obviously have been informed, but we just generally ignore him. That's why I didn't want to make this video, because it's exactly what he wants. So as I said, more for me, not him. But what's really interesting, he's really confident, really confident, which is obviously a good skill, good quality to have in today's mad world. But he's got a history of harassing people online, and when you look at his online profile, it is just literally either trying to scam people or trying to threaten them. But the one thing that really sticks out, that really shows what kind of a person is he, because he could be misunderstood. Anyone can make a mistake. I think that's a fair thing to say. But what I'm going to show you, and I'll put the link in the summary here, is that Brian Hurl was arrested and went to prison for 4 months, and here's why. Up in Cambridge, there's a children's hospice, and he pretended that he had a building maintenance company, which he didn't. There's no records of it. It's just another one of these fantasy lies. And he managed to win a small contract to put new flooring in one of the areas. So he asked for £1,000 deposit so that he could get materials, and obviously ran away with the money. And they made significant. They just tried to reach out to him, but obviously he just ignored all of their efforts. But when you look at the actual hospice, the money was for really unwell children. So, you say, did he make a mistake? Anyone can make a mistake. That's perfectly acceptable. It's perfectly reasonable. These things happen. But to steal money from really sick, unwell, and in some cases dying children, £1,000. What kind of a man does that? And that's the kind of man Brian Hurl is. So all of the bluster, all of the nonsense, all of the tough bravado, all of the gangster talk, he steals from children. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. So yeah, that was a pretty serious roasting, I reckon. That was a pretty serious roasting by Ian Puddock. Good morning, Pip. Good morning, Justin. I'm not spreading shite, man. But why are you so upset when you spread shite about others? Hey, listen. Just listen. Listen to the birds sing. Tweety, tweety, tweet. Listen to the birds tweet. Singy, singy, sing. Hi, Pip Smoker. Be careful, Matt isn't in the nice mood today. Moody Monday moan. I'm loving it. Lovely day out there. I'm really happy with my chili plants. My chili plants are coming along so well. It's lovely. But anyway, I'm talking about I always like to bring you news from across the galaxy. And happening right now is the SpaceX Cargo Dragon 33 docking with the ISS. And if any of you don't know what the ISS is, let me explain. ISS means the International Space Station. There you go. You learn something new every day. And there you go. Yes. So, RB, do you miss the mouse? Yeah. And that's funny because it's because everybody thinks RB is the mouse. Yeah, but YouTube, what a day. No, what a weekend it's been, eh? What a weekend. God. Great drama. I really enjoyed Taff. I reckon Taffy has got to be the king of live streaming. And he's got to be. I don't think anyone matches the brilliance of Taffy live streaming. Shame about the King Arthur, but you know, is actually quite fitting, really. Here we got a Welsh lad who's too scared of his legacy. He's so scared he's not even going to bother pulling the sword out the stone. He's like, no, why should I bother? I'm only Taffy from the valleys. I ain't nothing big in life, and it's a shame because you know, he's denying his Welsh heritage, denying the blood that pumps through his veins. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a dying shame, actually. It's a dying shame. But anyway, the SpaceX cargo is docking with the International Space Station, and I love a bit of space. I was just watching the Chinese. Let's see if the Chinese are still. I love a bit of marching drill. I do. Oh, love it. Let's see if the Chinese are still. Oh, let's see. Oh, you've got to watch this. Well, they're not marching at the moment. Oh, look. Talk about. I'm not getting sexually. You know, I'm not getting sexually aroused. But you got to appreciate a good drill. Look at these guys drilling. Yeah, it's just brilliant. Yeah, man, look at that. Look, there's no better army that does drill than China. That is precision taken to a new level. And so congratulations on the 80th anniversary of the the Chinese Communist Party. Oh man, it makes me smile. Look at that. That is perfection. And there's nothing I love better than a bit of perfection. Whoa. Let's look at it. I mean, you just gotta like take your hat off and go, wow. Love it. Tell it, even America has got nothing on this lot. Russia may be up there with them, I reckon, but man, I do love good drill. And China takes drill to a new level of perfection. Oh, look at that precision. Just look at it. Fucking hell. That is just, I can't even. Oh man, even downstairs, marching downstairs. What? I've never seen that happen. That's a new one on me. Marching downstairs. Oh, hang on a sec. I just got a phone coming in. How you doing, son? How did it go last night? Cool. cool. You got back, okay? Lovely day for it, isn't it? What time do you want me home? Right, okay. Why? Why so early? On the beach? No way. It's got to be 5 or 6 would be our preferable, but it's no use going any time after 5. I know
清
you got
晨，随着一声声小号响起，联合军乐团各个声部开始了训练前的对音，这意味着一天紧张忙碌的训练即将展开。为确保达到7人合一的最佳演奏效果，他们按照个人演奏、声部重奏、乐队合作的模式进行训练，同时注重加强排面整齐度、乐曲衔接度、演奏稳定度等方面的训练，真正展示联合军乐团过硬作风和良好形象。此次活动，联合军乐团第一排列20名女歌手是继新中国成立70周年再次亮相。他们手持中国挺拔，用铿锵的鼓点、飒爽的英姿，向世界展示中国成为一道达到世界震撼、全国振奋的视听效果。联合军乐团在
Coolio, that's me sorted. How's the docking? What's the docking going on? Oh, look, it's nearly there, everyone. Bloody hell. It's nearly upon us. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, amazing. From space, that is. Precision docking. So we're just waiting for the blue cross. Oh, fascinating, isn't it? News from outer space. Love it. So, don't tell Jake. Don't tell Jake. Well, I've sorted out. Yeah, Jake got a bit annoyed at me, didn't he? Because I was quite favourable towards. Oh, can't we double screen both things at the same time? I'm just watching some precision. Oh, I love a bit of. Just watch this. Watch this. Look at that. Look at that, mate. Oh. Whoa! Hang on. There the girls. Well, look at those. Oh, wow. Look at that precision. Oh, love it. How's the docking going? We're pretty much. Oh, look. I'm torn. I'm torn of watching precision drill or the internet. Oh, did you see how perfect that was? Did you see that? Look at that. That is perfection. So impressed. So, oh man, you would. Oh, look at that. Brilliant. You wouldn't want to fucking come up against the Chinese, would you? Look at that. Look at that. Anyway. Amazing. Amazing. It is. It's amazing. And now we're docking. We're docking with the International Space Station. I know. So look, everyone. How's the water thing? You're talking about my water feature. Good. Yeah, I can't get. I've tried for the life of me, right? I bought all this tubing because I've got a water butt in the garden, and from the water butt goes to a homemade filter, and then from the filter goes to my water feature. But how do I get my water from my bath to the water butt? and there's an elevation. So the ground, the water butt is higher than my bath. So there's a height differential. And I know it's physics. I know you can do it, physics. But so I bought 20 meters of tubing, and I thought I'll just suck it. You know, once you start sucking, it carries on flowing, but that didn't work. So I'm back to the basics. I'm just filling up my bath water with the 5 litre gallon and taking it out to the water butt, pouring it in. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. I know I may have to just buy a pump, haven't I? Buy a pump. Yeah, I may just do that. That's quite easy, actually. Just buy a pump. And then put the tube in the bath, the other end of the tube into the pump, and then the tube coming out of the pump into the water butt, and then just turn it on. Yeah, so we've just got 3 people, and then lovely people, I might hasten to add. I know Justin well. What's that? What's happening? Oh, shall we just? Oh, this is fascinating. So you can see the numbers on this. Watch this. Look at this. And you see the numbers they've got here. Isn't that interesting? See the numbers they've got there. That shows how far away they are. So it looks like we're 0.28 meters away from docking. Oh, you always know something dodgy is when they pan away from the action. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that. Hey, isn't that fantastic? Oh, what's that? Right, we're going to say goodbye to China. I've been watching that all morning. Justin says, I'm enjoying a lovely walk in the woods at the Mo. Oh, lovely. Isn't that amazing? The technology available that you can take a walk in the woods while watching the SpaceX Cargo Dragon dock with the International Space Station. Convict, a dishonorably discharged ex-military policeman. Now, that's one of the things I don't like about you, RB, because that's not true. And that's exactly what I mean by you spreading shite about me. Because I wasn't dishonorably discharged. So I don't mind you sharing my story, because I've shared my story. My story is available from free to download from lulu.com. Okay? I've told my story. And so what I don't like about you and the reason why I call you spreading shite about me is that you've now said that I was dishonorably discharged, which isn't true. So, you know, if we're in this truth movement, it isn't true. It isn't true. So what do you want to do about that? Should we just argue forever? That no, it's true. No, it isn't true. Yes, it's true. No, it isn't true. Well, show me the evidence. Well, I've shown you evidence. No, that's rubbish. You've doctored that. You know what I mean? Nothing stacks up with you, Matt. Well, it should do. Because it's pretty easy. I've put everything out there. And it's interesting that you say nothing stacks up, because that's what makes my story such an interesting and unique story. Because it's just so many contradictions in there. Now, what do you mean you got done for distributing drugs, but you weren't dishonorably discharged? Because there's a bigger picture behind it. And so, listen, we are all in this truth movement. That means we're obliged to speak truth. You go along and you post on a public domain that I was dishonorably discharged from the army. That isn't true. So I don't know how we can move on from that, except to say that, listen, you're wrong there. I was discharged. I was reduced in rank, but I wasn't actually dishonorably discharged. So you can take that and you can stick it up your jacksie, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by you going around spreading shite about me. You don't get the details right. I'm not going to show you my discharge papers because you've made the claim. You've come in and made the claim, and then you want me to prove you wrong. No, it don't work like that, Sydney. It don't work like that, Mildred. It don't work like that, Jack. No. Those who make the claim has to prove it. So why don't you go out and prove I was dishonorably discharged? Yeah? I've got nothing to prove to you. I live my life the way I live my life. And, you know, let's sing a song. Me to prove it. Fuck off, prick. You silly Billy. You silly Billy. Didn't you get booted out of the veterans bar? Not the veteran again. Oh, God, no, it's good. It's good. I'm happy to devote my time for correcting your misinterpretations. Okay. Now, when you say a veterans bar, well, didn't you get booted out of the veterans bars? You're implying public houses. You're implying pubs. No. I was kicked out of the veterans camp at Hyde Park. That's true. I got invited back in. But you don't want to read about that. Yeah, I got kicked out of the veterans camp in Hyde Park. Or whatever that park is next to Buckingham Palace. That's true. And I've made that blatantly public to everyone who wants to hear. Hey, listen, Lance. There's certain things I'm not allowed to talk about in public. Okay? And so you're bringing it up. I'm happy to have a private conversation about it with you. But I've certainly haven't stalked anyone in my life. A lot of people may claim I've stalked them. But I haven't. And I've got no convictions for stalking. You know, so again, please. And it's interesting that all those people who are so keen on tripping me up are those people who can't reveal their own identity. I'm just saying. So, okay, I can do that, Matt, but you'll be upset again. No, please go ahead and prove I was dishonorably discharged. Because I would be fascinated with what you come up. Oh, look, the launch pad transmission ending. What? Wonder why that? It was just getting to the good bit. That's why I don't trust NASA. We're just getting to the good bit in which we see the docking. We wait hours for it to dock. And then all of a sudden, the transmission ends. Fascinating. Fascinating. Aren't you under a court order not to stalk? Yes, I know. Isn't it strange? Isn't it? Doesn't add up, does it? Doesn't add up. But it's quite funny because it's like I'm being told something. I've been told to do something that I've got no intention of doing anyway. So it's no skin off my nose. CGI failed, says Pip Smoker. Very good. Let's get back to the Chinese marching. There's nothing I like better than some precision drill. I do love precision drill. No, it doesn't give me a hard on. I just think it's pretty brilliant, quite frankly. The spaceship blew up. Please prove you haven't. Thank you. Yes. Good. I can talk about it. No, go on, RB. Go on. I challenge you. I challenge you to prove I was dishonorably discharged. And that's the perimeter we're talking about. Dishonorably discharged. That's the specific I'm asking you to prove. You accuse me of it. The onus is on you to prove it. Of course, we all know the old saying, those who claim it have an obligation to prove it. So you are specifically saying that I was dishonorably discharged from the army. The emphasis, the onus is now on you to prove that specific charge. And time frame, 24 hours. 24 hours. I'm giving you 24 hours to prove your claim that I was honorably. And in the same way, I think I've thoroughly debunked Den Tarragon, thoroughly debunked him. The centre, the cornerstone of his justification for calling John Manoa a scammer was that Jason War brought a share. I've debunked that completely. Unlike Mr. Squeeze, who asks Mr. Blackwell what Mrs. Moat says, I went straight to Mr. War and asked him directly whether he had spent any money on a share. And the answer came back unequivocally no. Thus debunking Den Tarragon's claim that money was exchanged for shares for what is now known as the King's Flags scam hoax, orchestrated by the usual suspects, including Den Tarragon. Now let's all remember how Danny Jones illegally prevented John Manoa from entering the UK by phoning up his mate who worked at Heathrow. And Den Tarragon was fine with it. He absolutely was fine with it. The onus is on Matt Taylor to show proof that he wasn't dishonorably discharged. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. 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 Oh, just shut up. Honestly. It's a lovely day. It's a bank holiday Monday. And I'm here to talk about the weekend. What a fun weekend it was. Hey? Wow. I mean, I'm with Taffy, basically, with this easy. Taffy obviously said something in the heat of the moment. We all say it. But Easy is just ringing it to death. And, it's all YouTube drama, and I'm okay with YouTube drama, but it crosses the line when the police get involved, because it gives the police the perfect excuse not to go after the burglars, not to go after the perverts. They've got an easy option. Let's go after the person who says nasty things on YouTube. Hey, listen, Lancelot, you make me laugh a lot. Lancelot, you make me laugh a lot. You make me laugh. No, whatever you're saying, I think it's just irrelevant. It's irrelevant, baby. It's just beside the point. It don't matter. It's irrelevant. It's you trying to create something. And that's another thing I wanted to get across as well. I don't blame any of you for being arseholes, right? I'm not I'm not here to stop you being an arsehole, because you got every right to be an arsehole. You got every right to be shysters, wankers, fraudsters. It's your choice in life. I'm not going to judge you for being you. If you're an arsehole, good on you. I hope you're the best arsehole you could possibly be. I'm not here to deter you, to berate you, to belittle you for being an arsehole. Okay, it's your decision in life. I'm sure you're going to stick with it, and I haven't got a problem with it. Okay, you've got your path in life to lead, and I'm not going to deter you from leading from walking on your path. Okay, you crack on, smash it, do your best, do your worst, whatever. I'm not here to push you off your chosen path. Okay. If I decide not to walk it with you, cool. You know, don't keep calling me over. You know. Hey, listen, how long I did in Colchester is in my book, Taylor Tales. Download it. Let me get you the link. So what you need to do is just Google Taylor Tales, a collection of 20 true life stories, lulu.com. Let's see what we come out. There we go. Oh, it's on Apple's. It's on Apple Book as well. I didn't know that. That's all right, eh? Oh, what? Who's put that up there? I think someone's making money out of my book. Look at this. I certainly didn't put it up there. Bloody hell. Someone's selling my book for $22. Wow. How interesting. Love it. Love it. Look, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for it. You know. But yeah, that's interesting. So, but you can get it for a free download. Oh, that's £10 paperback. So you can buy it for £10 paperback. There you go. But let me find you the free download version. So free download. So I don't want you paying any money. There we go. Here we go. Here we go, Governor. Here we go, Governor. So, like I said, free download. You can download it whenever you want. Why do I need to read your book when you put out all the... Oh, I don't know. Fuck. Why do you need to do anything? Why are you asking me what you need to do? That's quite funny. Well, I quite like that. Why do I need to read your book when you put out all the documents out? Well, I don't know. What you tell me? Why do you? It's quite funny. You're asking me why you should do something. Is it just me, or is that absolutely? Like I said, it's a free download, so you can download it. I don't know how many downloads there've been. But you're welcome to download it. And yes, well, Francis brought a copy of Golden Cube. Let's look up for the Golden Cube. The Golden Cube. Ooh, the Golden Cube by Matt Taylor, lulu.com. And there you go. Oh, that's actually £2 for download. So it's £10 for the book. But you can download the Golden Cube. You can download that for only £2. There you go. this is the book Francis claimed to have read. A cross between Dan Brown and Ben Elton with a healthy splash of David Icke. So imagine a world where space travel, cellular regeneration, perfect engines, space travel, aliens, reincarnation, and a host of other marvels are commonplace. But no one but an elite few know about them. Amongst these elite few are God, Satan, and group materialistic human Illuminati, who are constantly playing a game with Satan over how the world is ordered. Leonardo Bingo Ashman, a small-time political activist eking out an existence in Brighton, lives in such a world. And who knows, maybe we do too. What he doesn't know is he is very special. And when he comes into possession of the Golden Cube, he is cast into a new and strange world with his travelling companion, a cellularly regenerated Queen Elizabeth II. The adventure leads them all over Western Europe and eventually to the Scottish Isles, where the fate of all mankind rests in his hands. Matt Taylor needs to be signed up by a publisher quickly. Yeah, that's actually a quote from someone who left, having read my book. So, yeah. So, what a great weekend for YouTube drama. So, you published 2 books. Well, and I've got the Guerrilla Democracy News 1 to 6. Yeah. I've published a few books, actually. There's a few more. Did you generate much income from selling your books? Not a lot. Not a lot. Not many people have downloaded Golden Cube, to be fair. Not many people have read it. Writing a book is the easy part. Getting people to read it is the hard part. But there's true, though. Writing a book is the easy part. Getting people to read it is the hard part. But now, if you're interested in how I left the army, check out Taylor Tales, and you can download that for free. It's the last story, Beyond the Call of Duty. Yeah, and you can read it all for yourself. You know, an absolute honest account, no holes barred story of how I left the army. It's all there. And the other 19 stories are stories throughout my life. Yeah. Golden Cube is my first novel. It's a sci-fi thriller, and I'm very proud of it. The ending could have been done better. The ending was a bit rushed, you know, but it's worth it. It's good enough read. Let's see if I can Golden Cube review. Golden Cube review. Here we go. Let's bring that up for you. We'll play the Golden Cube review. The Golden. Here we go. Hope you enjoy it.
Captain, incoming message.
And I am actually reading a really good book. It's called The Golden Cube by Matt Taylor. Now, it's a sci-fi conspiracy thriller, but it's got common law stuff in it. It's got truth bombs dropped in it throughout the place, and it is really quite well written. There is a couple of editing errors, but overall it's a really good book, and I recommend it. And I want there to be a part 2. I'm almost finished, but finished reading it because I've been reading other books as well. But yeah, I am liking Matt's book. You can get it from lulu.com for £10 plus postage and packing, but it is a really good book. Sorry, I'm rambling now. And I am actually reading a really good book. It's called The Golden Cube by Matt Taylor. Now it's a sci-fi conspiracy thriller, but it's got common law stuff in it. It's got truth bombs dropped in it throughout the place, and it is really quite well written. There is a couple of editing errors, but overall it's a really good book, and I recommend it. And I want there to be a part 2. I'm almost finished reading it, because I've been reading other books as well. But yeah, I am liking Matt's book. You can get it from lulu.com for £10 plus postage and packing, but it is a really good book. Sorry, I'm rambling now.
Yeah, thanks ever so much. That's a lovely review. You know, not the best book in the world. It's not the worst book in the world. It's my debut novel, and I'm very proud of it. And I mean, I love the whole process of writing it. It was pretty difficult. I was writing it when I had a young family running around the place, and a partner who hated me writing it. So I wrote it under, you know, stressful circumstances, but I churned it out, and I'm very happy with it. You know, the ending was a bit rushed, but yeah, so what, you know. And yeah, I'm currently writing my second novel. It's a horror sci-fi, and that's coming along well. You know, I'm not sticking to it as much as I should, but I'm thoroughly enjoying. I love writing. No AI included, by the way, with my novels. It's all me. It's all me. Yeah, a lot of people are arguing about, you know, it's those who make the most ridiculous claims are those who hide their faces and names. And I think that really says it all, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah, doesn't it? But what a weekend. What a weekend. I know we're all there, weren't we? In fact, I don't think Justin was there. Justin was out enjoying life in the woods, walking around the countryside. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know where it's going to go with Taffy and Easy. I don't really know anything about Easy, to be fair. Taffy, I don't really know much about Taffy anyway. Bit of a Mongo, denying his King Arthur heritage. And he said something interesting. He said something like, oh no, yeah, I've checked out that King Arthur and he isn't real. So, oh, it's just so fucking funny. It's like people feel as if they Google something, oh, if Google says it ain't, so it must be true. You know, omitting the point that Google tells you what it wants you to know. You know, I was in the same position at some point. I thought King Arthur was just a myth until I heard Alan Wilson talk about it on Rich Planet TV, and my world changed. Well, my view of King Arthur changed. Here we had Alan Wilson, Baron Blackett, two very intelligent historians, putting forward their historical research, and it blew my mind. Quite frankly, it absolutely blew my mind. And then, of course, I've got all their books. I deep dived. You know, my research wasn't Googling, wasn't typing, is King Arthur real on Google? That wasn't my research. My research was spending hundreds of pounds on Wilson and Baron Blackett books. And then, of course, Ross Broadstock came along and, you know, he picked up the mantle. Sadly, Ross Broadstock, Alan Wilson and Baron Blackett are no longer with us. But I always kind of like, I'm in that mindset. Well, look, if people more intelligent than me believe something, it's worth checking out what they believe. And that was like the basis of the of what happened on 9/11 and where did the plane go? The plane that was alleged to have like landed in that Pennsylvanian field, and the plane that was alleged to have hit the Pentagon. There was an open letter by a group of retired US airmen, US air admirals, who all voiced their concern that, you know, using a phrase from what's been said in the chat already, something doesn't add up. And so, you know, for me, if men more intelligent than me are calling out something, I would naturally go along and see what they're saying. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it that King Arthur was actually a real historical figure, and there's plenty of evidence to prove it. It's just that the mainstream historians claim all that material that proves the existence of King Arthur and his royal lineage was fake. You're boring. Off you go then. You don't have to tell me I'm boring. I don't mind. You know, you can just crack on and do it. I don't mind. You crack on. Yeah, the ghost. Oh, what an amazing YouTuber the ghost is. Yeah, so off you go then. No need to tell me you're going. I'll be wrapping it up in 7 minutes anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the weekend. Brilliant weekend. Brilliant weekend. There was that Jake came on, very angry. We only caught the last of it before he was dumped off Taffy's channel. But Jake came on very angry that I was, what's the word? That I acted favourably to King James, the fake King James, or King Jimmy. Yeah, it's not so much fake. There's loads of people claiming royal heritage. There's loads of claimants to the throne. He's just one of many. You know, I don't really mind. But, you know, I certainly don't condone that King Jimmy for his actions towards Kaylee, you know, making out that he had been wronged when clearly he wasn't wronged. It was him who was actually committing a crime against Kaylee. But either way, I've learned from my own relationships that it isn't usually the point that they're making out that they're angry with. It's everything else. And I know for a fact that Jake isn't happy that I'm out fishing with my son and that we're killing fish. And, you know, it's a tough one. I totally get it. If, you know, it could well be very triggering if you are a devout vegan and you hear people on the internet talking about killing fish. Must be terrible. And what can I do about it other than just stop fishing with my son and go vegan? I suppose, you know, that's the only way I can make Jake happy. But yeah, what's it all about, Jimmy? What's it all about, Jimmy? So, what have we done today over the last hour? We checked out Ian Puddock roasting Brian Hurl. Interesting. And then, just as we were watching the SpaceX cargo dock connect with the ISS, the feed went down, and China is celebrating its 80th anniversary of their China Communist Party with some pretty impressive drill. I do love good drill. Oh yeah, and so being more specific to the chat, Rule Britannia is going to provide evidence that I was dishonorably discharged. We've given Rule Britannia 24 hours to provide the proof that I was dishonorably discharged. Oh, stop it. Stop it. I bet you say that to all the hosts. Thank you. And Justin, I just want to say thank you for your support. Your support has been unfaltering and, you know, rock solid, and I can't thank you enough. And I think it says a lot for meeting people. You know, if you meet people, you can you know better of them. Oh, here we go. Oh God, I dread this. Here we go. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Kaylee. I just wish I was brave enough to publicly support you. Yeah. So, thanks, Kaylee. What other thing was I going to say? Dentaragon. Dentaragon's evidence or a receipt for a sale share has been thoroughly debunked. Okay, unlike Mr. Squeeze, who asks Mr. Blackwell what Mrs. Moat has to say, I went straight to the source and asked Jason Waugh whether he had exchanged any money for a share, and the answer is no. There's the white dove. Thank you, Kaylee. Yeah, and so Dentaragon, and what frustrates me about Dentaragon is how he comes on claiming to be a champion of truth, you know, calling out misinformation, lies, and slander, while at the same time spreading lies, misinformation, and slander. And I see it all the time. Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. Hi, son. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, sure, no problem. What was the change of mind? So what time do you want me to come now then? 2 o'clock? Yeah? It's 10 to 1. Okay. Okay. I'll see you at 2 then. Okay, God bless, son. Bye.
You can try to twist the story, dress it up in shades of gray, but a slap is still a weapon, and there's nothing more to say. Respect is not negotiable, you can't tear it down with hands. Violence has no alibi, no matter the demands. There's no excuse, no reason, no rhyme to raise your hand and start a fight. A woman's dignity is not yours to lose. There is no context, there's no excuse. You can walk away the moment that you strike her, it's her soul you've struck with dread. History has written it with blood and bitter scars. We're stronger when we learn to heal, not weaponize who we are. There's no excuse, no reason, no right to raise your head and start a fight. A woman's dignity's not yours to prove. There is no context, there's no excuse. Every choice is a mirror. What does your reflection show? Be the one who lifts her higher, not the one who pulls her low. Find no excuse, no reason, no right to raise your head and start a fight. A woman's dignity is not yours to prove. There is no context, there's no excuse. No excuse. No excuse. Violence isn't love, it's only abuse.